Hi everyone, Becky and Buddy here on day 48 of the K9 Nation Paws on Tour. Been a brilliant day again, loving it here in Cornwall. Today we drove across to Padstow and we arrived at the Padstow touring park and we got the most lovely reception from the team here. We had a little goodie bag of stuff waiting for us, including doggy shampoo, some gin for me, some special biscuits for Buddy, leaflets on the dog-friendly beaches in the area. They've got a brilliant little canine bar, like canine campers bar when you arrive, where you can help yourself to doggy treats, and they just ask for a little donation to their local dog charity. The campsite's got 5 stars and it's just amazing. There's like a dog shower out the back. All the toilet blocks and amenities are just immaculate standard. All the team made such a fuss over Buddy. I was given a cappuccino when I arrived. You know, just amazing service, amazing welcome. The information that you got on arrival was top notch. So I couldn't have been happier when we got here. I was just in heaven and absolutely gutted that we're only staying here one night, to be honest. But so that was a brilliant start to the day. And then they told us about this little pop-up street kitchen on a next door farm where they converted 2 big like shipping containers, one into a kitchen and one into sort of a bar area where they serve people. And it's on a farm and you can see all the vegetables where they're being grown and the livestock. And it's got the most amazing views down onto the estuary. And the food was just amazing. I had these beef brisket soft shell tacos with some chips, skinny fries and a bottle of Corona, and that was lovely. So that set me up for the afternoon. And then we followed the path that the campsite told us and we went down into Padstow itself. And the harbour was pretty heaving. It was so busy, you know, families, dogs everywhere, which is always nice to see. It was very, very busy, and at this point sort of the cloud cover was shifting, so it was getting a little bit warmer. But then we went left away from the harbour so that the sea was on our right, and we walked up past the monument. And the further along you got, the quieter it got, I guess, because families with little ones, the kids necessarily don't want to walk as far. It meant that Buddy could go off his lead, and we walked for quite a long way, and then we found a beach where we could have a little paddle. And I was just dead happy because the whole trip I've been saying I want to at least have a paddle in the sea here in the UK, because it's not often that it's warm enough to do it. I've done it a couple of times in Brid when I've been over there, but I've never sort of swum in the sea here. And finally today I got to have my little paddle, and Buddy went in and he was happy. So that was beautiful, absolutely loved that. The weather was glorious. And then we walked back, just sort of slowly made our way back through the town and the route we'd come back here to the campsite. I think it was just over 10 kilometres in total. So another really, really good walk for us. And then came back, had a shower in the mini Bago, and then we put our order in for our wood-fired pizza, because they have a little van that comes here on a Wednesday night to the campsite, so fully took advantage of that. And might have drunk the gin that they gave us. It was only a tiny little sampler of a local distillery that's next door to the campsite, and it was a blackberry gin. It was absolutely lovely. So yeah, another amazing day. You know, we found a little pet shop as well in right on the harbour. I think it's called Slicker's Dog House. They were lovely. We bought Buddy a nice collapsible bowl for walking, because I've just been putting his normal plastic one in my rucksack, but this is a really nice collapsible one. Can't remember the brand off the top of my head. And we got him some nice treats that the guy had given us in there, and Buddy had a little photo. And as you can see, he's just pooped again. Like, he's just knackered. He did lots of walking today. You good boy, bud? You tired? We've just taken him out for his last wee walk, and he's just absolutely shattered. He just really couldn't be bothered. I don't know what he's going to do with himself when we get home. And talking about going home, I opened the bank statement, or the electronic bank statement today, and looked at my online banking, and it was not great news. It's made me have to have a rethink about the length of the tour, and unfortunately I'm going to have to cut it short by a week, so it means that this week will be our last week. It's not ideal, but this was always only going to keep going really as long as my savings could last reasonably without putting myself in a bad position when I got back. I'm going back to earn some pennies, so that's good. It's not the end forever. The bit we'll be missing out is Wales, but I think that's quite good because it means that on the trip we've just done England, and then it means that we can do another tour later on to discover Wales in its entirety, like on its own right, and then we can do another one to do Scotland and maybe even Ireland. So I like to think that it's going to chop up that way. Try not to be too sad about missing out on the last week, but everything happens for a reason. It means I can sort of get home, follow up on a lot of the stuff from the trip. The app is now ready for release at the App Store, so that's good. So it means I can sort of make the most of that and let people know about it, sort of capitalise on that, and just really take the momentum of the road trip and see where I can go with it, really, to help build the business. So yeah, try not to think of it negatively. It's just a week short. Trying to think of the positives, it means I get to go home and see my friends and family, and I get a week before I have to go back to real world working in an office. Have a week to get sort of my head together and in the right frame of mind so I can give that other business my undivided attention on the days that I'm working there 3 days a week. So yeah, I am sad, but I'm trying to reframe it and think, let's look at the positives from it. We've had an absolutely brilliant tour. In particular, the last few days, we've been absolutely loving, haven't we, buddy? He can barely stand up, he's just so tired. It's done wonders for mine and his relationship. He's so much more obedient on his walks now. He doesn't like to be far away from me. His recall's excellent. I feel like he's really a lot more in tune with me when I give him commands. A lot more respectful of me, that I'm sort of the alpha and I'm the one he has to listen to. Whether that'll stay when we go back home and he gets back into his old habits, I don't know, but it has done wonders for our relationship and taught me a lot about myself, but I'm not going to get into that today. I have been reflecting a lot on a lot of things, but I'm not going to be all contemplative now. We'll save that. We'll put it in a separate vlog for those of you who want to see it. Some of you might not want to listen to a lot of reflective mush, so we'll put it in a separate one and then you can choose whether or not you want to listen to it or not. But for now, an excellent day. I'm going to finish off now with a glass of wine and watch a bit of Netflix or maybe read, and then it will be an early night for us and heading to Bude tomorrow. So from Becky and Buddy, we'll say good night and see you soon.